Welcome to 5-Minute Bedtime Stories, brought to you by TaleBot, your child's AI storyteller. Want to create a bedtime story for your child? Visit talebotai.com/create. Now, let's sit back and enjoy the story.
Simon's Great Escape, a midnight adventure with fantastic Mr. Fox. A special bedtime story for Simon. Once upon a time, in a small town nestled next to a lush forest, lived a young boy named Simon. Simon was curious and full of imagination, always seeking new adventures. Every night, his parents would tuck him into bed, and he would dream of exciting tales that would take him to far-off lands. One night, as Simon lay in bed, he heard a gentle rustling sound coming from outside his window. His eyes widened with excitement as he peeked through the curtains, and there, in the moonlight, he saw a magnificent red fox with a gleaming white tail. It was none other than fantastic Mr. Fox. Simon's heart raced with anticipation as he watched Mr. Fox scamper into the forest. Unable to resist the call of adventure, Simon quietly slipped out of his bed and tiptoed outside, following the fox's trail. They wandered through the dense trees, their footsteps muffled by fallen leaves, until they reached a hidden burrow. As they approached the burrow, Simon noticed three mean-looking farmers, Boggies, Bunce, and Bean, standing nearby with their arms crossed and angry scowls on their faces. They were determined to catch Mr. Fox, who had been outfoxing them for far too long. Simon's eyes widened with concern. He knew he had to help fantastic Mr. Fox escape. He summoned all his courage and crept closer to the farmers, using the shadows as his shield. With a mischievous gleam in his eye, he started humming a tune, distracting the farmers from their watchful stance. As Simon continued his melody, the farmers' frowns turned into smiles, and their anger melted away. They couldn't resist the magical tune that seemed to fill the air. They began to dance and twirl, completely enchanted by Simon's song. Meanwhile, Mr. Fox seized the opportunity and motioned for his family to come out of the burrow. They scurried through the underbrush, their tails held high, grateful for Simon's bravery and quick thinking. Together, Simon and the foxes ventured deeper into the forest, their spirits soaring with exhilaration. They encountered woodland creatures of all shapes and sizes, wise old owls, playful squirrels, and graceful deer. Each creature had a lesson to impart to Simon, teaching him about the importance of friendship, love, bravery, and kindness. As the night progressed, Simon and Mr. Fox reached a hidden meadow bathed in moonlight. The meadow shimmered with magic, and a soft breeze whispered ancient secrets through the tall grass. It was a place where dreams became reality, and Simon felt a deep sense of peace and wonder. At the center of the meadow stood a majestic oak tree, its branches reaching towards the sky. Mr. Fox led Simon to the tree's trunk and whispered, "This is where our paths must part, young adventurer. Remember the lessons you've learned tonight, and let your imagination guide you in all your future endeavors." Simon nodded, his eyes filled with gratitude. He bid farewell to Mr. Fox, knowing that their encounter would forever be etched in his heart. With a final wave, the foxes disappeared into the night, leaving Simon alone in the magical meadow. Feeling a sense of fulfillment and joy, Simon made his way back home, his heart brimming with stories to share with his parents. As he climbed back into bed, he knew that his dreams would be filled with tales of friendship, bravery, and the incredible night he spent with fantastic Mr. Fox. And so, as the moon shone brightly outside his window, Simon drifted off to sleep, his mind filled with the adventures that awaited him in the land of dreams. For every night in his dreams, Simon would continue to explore new worlds and embark on exciting journeys, thanks to the wondrous encounter he had with fantastic Mr. Fox. The end.
Thank you for joining us on this enchanting journey. If you enjoyed tonight's story, remember, the magic doesn't have to end here. Craft your own adventure with TaleBot by visiting talebotai.com/create. And as a special treat, use the coupon code TALE99 at checkout to get your bedtime story for just 99 cents, instead of the usual $2.99. Sweet dreams, and until our next tale.